And now here we are, folks. You know how it is on the Nino show. I'm with David Weiss, Flat Earther Dave, as everyone calls him. I sent you a video a while ago, and I was like, dude, what's this all about? You know, this is showing the curvature. Somebody shot a balloon, an amateur shot a balloon up into the sky with a GoPro on it, I guess, and they caught the Earth's curvature. But you beg to differ, and you say, no, that's a fisheye lens. I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out, as I've always been, folks. And so I'm bringing David on. This is going to be a hell of a podcast because we're going to be talking about a lot of things. David, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me again, Nino. I've lost count of how many times I've been on. Some of your fans are like, yes, Dave Weiss. And the other fans are like, oh, the stupid flat earther again. Okay. I get it. This is, with all the stuff going on in the world, you got the election, you got the storms, the geoengineering, you got the Diddy, you got all of this stuff's going on. And I want to talk about flat earth. Why? Because this is the foundation of the lies. When you see the foundation of the lies, then you can deal with all of the other stuff. The way they get away with this is they've literally separated us from creation. They've got us spinning out of control, flying through an infinite space vacuum. They got us lost and scared, and we're in what I call a spiritual war, right? They want our energy. They want us being in fear, lonely, scared. Fear and scared, same thing. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Right, they have us believing in nuclear bombs and asteroids coming in from space and lack and overpopulation.
Wait. You don't believe in nuclear bombs?
It's not about believing. Belief is the enemy of knowing. On my website, flatearthdave.com, scroll down. There's a big nuclear bombs banner. Don't believe anything. Listen to the information presented there and then tell me what you know. Okay.
I'm like I said, I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and everything. I know everything I was taught in school is a lie. I agree with you. I do know one thing. It's all a lie. Now, what it is, I'm just going to say I don't know.
Right.
But with that being said, there's something I do know, folks, and that is the healthyfat.com. It turns out the key to losing weight and keeping it off is not in the carbs or fat or even in probiotic-rich foods. No, the end game of having a healthy weight as well as more energy and a long, healthy life comes down to a specific switch you can flip on in your body to flush out unnecessary calories. Dr. Stephen Gundry is calling it the caloric bypass, and by activating the specific process in your body, he has seen thousands of people dramatically improve their health, even age 50 and beyond. This includes losing weight, getting tons more energy, and returning to the good health that they had in their youth once they simply address this one key to better health. Not only that, this is actually associated with improved digestion, strong feeling joints and muscles, smoother skin, and healthier lives, meaning it could be the key to a happy life. Dr. Stephen Gundry has lost 70 pounds. Yeah, I said that right, 70 pounds himself using this research and has kept the weight off for over 20 years and counting. His digestive issues are gone. His health is fantastic, and he feels younger and healthier today than he did in his 40s. His video has been watched by over 20 million people to date, and you can watch and learn more about it at thehealthyfat.com/Nino, folks. It's linked at the bottom of this video. Get started on it and start looking your best. What do you think, Dave? You like my commercials?
I like it. Hey, you got to check it out. 20 million views. Let's make it, 20 million and one. So, and see what something's going on there.
So if anyone's wondering, I'm in the mountains. And I'm doing like a little spiritual retreat to get away from the stress. And if I'm dressed weird to you, I'm sorry. It's just one of those things. I'm sitting in the hot springs, Dave. I'm sitting in the hot springs.
I love it.
I'm doing sweat lodges.
So getting out to what the point I was trying to make is, Dave, you're a good guy. You're a good guy. You're born a good guy. Most people, everyone's born pure and simple, and then we go through life and that purity gets stripped away from us, and sometimes evil.
I don't know about everybody, bro.
Well, I don't
know if I agree with that.
You think some people are born evil?
Yeah, I think some people are here to test us. I don't think they're human.
Maybe it's just everyone is born equally, and then some people just fail and then lose control.
I think some people are. Look at Richard Ramirez, the Night Strangler. I mean, there's just some people to me that I don't.
All right. Well, my point is a majority of us, or a lot of us at least, are good people. And we can't imagine the depravity that's going on in this world. Even us, Dave, you and I, as truthers, when we're hearing the stuff with Justin Bieber and Pete Diddy and the Obamas and everything else, it's like it's hard for us to wrap our mind around that, right? And then when you look, we're taught government is like our parents. They're here to protect us. Then when you find
That's
out
what they
that,
want. That's what they want. They want you to take your faith away from God and put
yep,
it into government.
and government wants to be above you, above God, and that is what that's what they're trying to do. Nobody's above me other than God, right? Government, they'll be lucky if they're below me, right? If they'll be lucky
Correct.
if I even allow that, if they serve a purpose, but they don't, right? And government, the only power they have is in our imagination, right? Because if everybody said, "I don't," government's done. The government's done. It's just what we
Right.
believe.
And the same with the dollar. I mean, the same thing. It's the confidence within the dollar that gives it its
100%.
value.
Right. And
Same
so
with the government. I agree.
and it's the same with the globe lie. Because if you believe you live on a ball floating through an infinite, godless, expanding space expanding into what? More space? It's so stupid. It literally dilutes who you are. We are at the center of creation, and people go, "Oh, you flat earthers, you just want to feel special." Well, that's not why we got into this, but guess what? We are special. All of us are special. We are at the center of creation, right? And
But could it be? Could you go along with the geocentric model?
well, the geocentric model still, we are definitely geocentric. Geocentric, for those of you that don't know, is we live on a ball and everything rotates around us. The problem is, no matter how big the ball, there has to be curvature, and there is no measurable curvature. So, Dave, if something doesn't curve, then it's what?
Flat.
You're right. If something doesn't,
Hey,
if
yo,
some,
did I get an A?
you did. And something doesn't
Hey.
move, then it's stationary. All tests for axial rotation and movement and curvature have actually shown the opposite. So I'm going to pull up your
Well,
balloon.
hold on. Wait, is that the video I sent you?
This is the video you sent me. I got it all teed
Oh,
up for
cool.
you,
I was
Dave.
gonna pull it up. You're doing
I'm
it a
going to
lot
make
more
it easy for
professional
you.
than I am.
So,
All right, go for it.
So people, here's the other thing. They've really dumbed us down. Dave, if I can write out the book of BS, right? It's this thick, and I give it to you and you study it, right? And then I test you on it and you get 100 on the test. Guess what? You are now have a degree in BS and you can go teach everyone else BS. Doesn't make any of it true, right? So all of our education books and all of the organized, government education come from the Rockefellers, right? They're good people, right? They're looking out for us. They don't want a society of workers and slaves. They want people that think for themselves, right? I don't think.
I agree with you 100% already on all
Yeah.
of this.
So
This part I agree with you on.
yeah. So here's the problem. They've never taught us how to think. They just taught us what to think. And the problem is people are generally lazy, right? They've given us lazy minds. They've given us, like, hey, you've been indoctrinated that the earth is a globe, flat earth is stupid, so stupid that you should never look into it. That's amazing. That's a great indoctrination. And then when somebody shows you some evidence, oh, let me show you this. Immediately you're like, yeah, that supports my belief. And you don't want to look any further. You don't want to give it any critical thought. So there's a bunch of factors here. So I'm just going to turn this video on. This is a balloon going up, and it has a fisheye lens. If you watch the curvature of the Earth, it's
Look,
flexed.
it's already curved. It's already okay.
It's
It's already
curved.
curved. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's
It's
curved
curved.
from here.
Stop it for a second, dude.
Yeah, I'll go
Can you
back.
go back?
Yeah,
Go back a little bit.
yeah, it's
Right there,
curved,
it's curved. It's dude. You could be in a plane much higher than that, and
and
it's
it's not
flat. So
curved.
right there, it's curved. You're right.
Right. And so we go way up. Look, and anything above center will curve, and when it goes below center, watch what happens. It'll go convex, right? So I got to go in slow here. Hold on. So as it goes down here, the balloon just popped. Look, do you see? Do you see it just went convex, right? See how it's curved the wrong way?
Yep.
It's curved. It's curved the wrong way. I think I have it slower over here. So here it is. Yeah, I got it frame by frame. So this is just a fisheye lens, right? Curved and flat and convex.
Flat. It's
Yeah.
flat.
Yeah. So again,
What's making the balloon pop? The pressure.
well, yeah, it goes up and the air gets so thin, the balloon, it's cold, and then it finally
Oh,
explodes. And these balloons go up for like 3.5 hours at 120,000 feet, Well, the Earth is spinning to the east at 1,000 miles an hour. It's disconnected from the Earth, almost in space. When it lands, it should land 3,000 miles to the west, right? Because the Earth is spinning underneath it, right? But most of the times, these balloons land east of where they took off. So they go up, they outrun the spin of the Earth, and then they land in front of the spinning Earth. Just thinking about that and understanding that completely blows away the.
Yeah, see, like seeing footage like this and witnessing the proof that there is a fisheye lens. For me, I have to say that as of right now, the Earth looks very flat to me. I'm
Yeah,
just call me
120,000
crazy.
feet non-fisheye lens. 120,000 feet non-fisheye
But
lens.
what? So what is this? Is our Earth infinite? Are we floating in space? What the hell's going on here?
Great question, Dave. We're not if you look at latitudes, the North Pole is 90 degrees, then it goes 80, 70, 60, 50, all the way down to zero. Zero is the equator. Then it goes back up 10, 20, 30, 40, all the way to the alleged South Pole at 90 degrees. 60 degrees south, nobody is allowed to independently explore there. No, there's no independent exploration. Well, millions of people go to Antarctica. That's a lie. Thousands of people go to Antarctica. It costs like 30, 40, $50,000 for 3 days. You go to a very controlled little area near the shoreline, and there's no free and independent exploration, right? And you want to know the reason? The reason is, well, it's the only pristine place on Earth, and we have to protect the penguins and the ice. Meanwhile, we can blow up Palestinian children. That's not a problem.
Right,
But we
right.
can't disturb the migratory paths of the penguins. Okay, Dave, this is the lie that this has people lost and every other lie, every other deception in this world is based because we are lost in space, spinning out of control, don't know who or where you are. If you don't know who you are, where you are, the true power that you have, how can you make a rational decision?
And then they can implement evolution, and it just brings us, it fragments humanity, our consciousness. Oh, we're on a spinning ball. We came from monkeys. I mean, it takes away your power. It chips away at your power, right?
100%, 100%. And then here's the thing. Flat Earth, you don't learn in one Nino episode. You don't learn it in one Nino episode. I've been doing this for 10 years, Dave, and every day before 9 a.m., I have my mind blown again with new information. There's more and more and more information, but you can believe in anything. Hey, I believe you're in the mountains on a spiritual retreat. You know why? Because you told me and you're wearing a poncho. Okay? I
Yeah.
have no other proof than that. So I believe
Right,
it. I,
right.
I believe it, but I don't know it,
You
right?
like the poncho, Lou?
I love the poncho. I go to Mexico in the winter, so if it was cold enough, I'd wear a poncho, but it's very warm there. um, so you will see in your comments here, especially if this is on YouTube, the Globe trolls will show up with their empty channels, and they'll just be insulting me. Dave's a scammer. He's just trying to sell his app, $3 app. He's just he's a liar, but they'll never offer a single proof. And the stuff that they offer, they'll go, flat earthers will never address how the sun sets on a flat earth. We address it all the time. It's actually my specialty, right? They'll never address why you can draw a line across the horizon and it shows curvature. No, we address that all the time. It's just they love saying flat earthers will never because that's all they have to
Could
say.
the flat, but hold on. Could the flat Earth spin? Could it be spinning slowly?
It is not. There is no
So
motion.
you're saying the sun is going around us
The
like
sun
this?
and the stars and the moon circle around us, right? The sun just goes away. Now, look, this looks like it's going below a curve, but this is a coin on a table, and the camera is just slightly below the plane of the table. Well, guess what? The horizon that you see in the distance is actually thousands of feet above your eye level. But perspective brings it all together and makes it appear. This is actually an atmospheric horizon. I call it the atmospheric deck of opacity. And it could be 10,000 feet thick and it all compresses 20, 30, 40 miles away into
But if you're able to bring up a ship going over the curvature of the Earth, right? They say that you're able to pull out a telescope and bring back a ship. Shouldn't you be able to do the same thing with the sun?
no, because, and I'm gonna. Thanks for asking that. I'm gonna now this. Yeah, this is gonna take a minute to go through. It's not confusing. Let me just show everybody this, okay? So we're here in New York City and we're looking straight up a building. So here's a 50-story building and we got the sun there. It's 12 o'clock noon and we wait 12:30 and 1 o'clock. Now the sun has just gone out of our way. It's beyond the building. It's not below the building. It's beyond the building, right? If I went to the top of the building, I'd see the sun. Or if I went backwards, 10, 20, just a couple hundred yards, I'd be able to see it, right? So the sun is, just remember that the sun is beyond the building. Here is a perspective grid, right? We're all taught this in art class, right? So I got a guy, he's standing here. Here's his eye line. And so this mountain, let's say it's 3,000 feet above his head. So this line here is 3,000 feet above his head. And here's the sun. And the sun is just going away. It looks like it's going down due to perspective, but it's beyond the mountain, like it went beyond the building. Same thing, right? It's not below the mountain. Because if the guy went backwards, let's say 20 miles, the top of the mountain will look like it's at his eye level. It's still 3,000 feet above his eye level. And the sun just goes away beyond it, but it gets worse than that, right? You have the atmospheric deck. So you have the atmosphere. Even when there's no clouds, the atmosphere becomes opaque. It's like being in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. You can't see the other side of the wall because the water, even though it's clear, becomes opaque. The air does the same thing. So the sun is above, remember, it's above the clouds. The clouds are merging into the same line. And again, the sun goes beyond. Now, this line here, what is this line? It's the top of the mountains, 3,000 feet above his eyes. It's also the clouds, 5,000 feet above the mountains. Okay. So this line that looks like it's at his eye level is thousands and thousands and thousands of feet above his eye level. Just like this, my hand here. Here's the sun and it goes away. It looks like it sets from the bottom up. I'm not going down. It's just going away. Perspective makes it go beyond your horizontal eye zone, horizon.
Hey, do you ever have like pilots or people that reach out to you, astronauts,
Dude.
anybody
So that's another thing, Dave. I know you've had astronauts on. Dave, you, as I said
I haven't
earlier,
had any astronauts on.
I thought you had an astronaut. No, but here
No,
maybe it wasn't you. So, but Dave, as I said, you're a really good guy, and you respect your elders. Hey, God bless you, taking care of your parents. And it's not a secret, right? So your parents are elderly; they're having issues, and you are a loving, caring person that respects elders. Awesome. But when we have these astronauts, think about the government. Think about all the celebrity stars that are involved with P. Diddy. All of that is just trash. All of your worship, all of your respect is gone. It's the same thing with astronauts. I'm sorry. They're all liars.
well, I have the same view on
Everything else.
doctors. I'm with you. Like, what happened in 2020? I have the same view on them. Unless I have a broken arm or something
Right.
impending my health at that moment, but with this, I'm the
Yeah.
same. I have the same view on them. So
Hey, think about
I'm
this.
with
Think about this. All the countries, when and by the way, I just want to touch on the nuclear wars again. Just remind me when I'm done with this thought, right? All of the countries in the world are fighting over resources, land, oil, everything, and they're all fighting, except they all agree on two things. One, nobody can independently explore the North Pole or the South Pole. That's one thing. And then everybody needs to get the thing stuck in their arm. They all agree on that unanimously, without question.
right.
Right? What does that tell you? Division is an illusion. Okay. How many wars, how many battles, how many people died during the Cold War? Zero. Zero. Okay. Because it was just a fake. It's the divide and conquer, divide and conquer, divide and conquer. Right? We're overpopulated.
Well, it's like this too. I don't respect no matter how smart or intelligent a sheep is, it's still a sheep.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like these people that are indoctrinated, and they may have the highest IQ, but if they're lacking that spiritual awareness, that awakened mind, I don't care what they think. I don't. I their point is mute to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah. a
If
hundred,
you
a
can be
hundred
the
percent.
smartest sheep of a sheep, but you're still a sheep.
Yeah. 100%. And the thing is, it's easy to become a sheep because it's the lazy way. Right? Like in school, if you question what they're teaching you, if you have a good teacher, they'll go, well, that's what the book's telling me to do. Keep asking questions. That's good, but this is what I'm going to teach because that's what happened to
Right.
me. right? And so
They teach
teachers
you what
aren't
to think,
bad.
not how to think.
They're order followers, right? They think because they got A's on all of their tests that they are now qualified to teach the book of BS, right? And that's what they're teaching. Dave, here's the thing, all of our history is a lie. All of it. Have you looked into the old world at all? The old world, Dave? Mind
Yeah.
blowing. Mind blowing. There's a channel called My Lunch Break. He's on every platform. My Lunch Break. I challenge anybody to just go 10 videos back, binge watch on a rainy afternoon, and then you'll watch all of his videos, right? Mind blowing, right? But once you understand that, you'll start to wake up and take your power back. One of the things that people say, what difference does it make? I still have to go to work on Monday, or I can't do anything. I'm only one person. False. Dave, you're only one person. Look what you're doing. I'm only one person. Look what I'm doing. And even just one person that doesn't even have a platform, when you take your power back and you realize nobody can rule over you, you do not stand under anybody, okay, other than God, then you take your power back. You unplug from the heliocentric ball matrix. The ball is a prison for your mind. It literally steals your power. They don't steal anything. They can't take anything from you unless you give it to them willingly.
Even the word understand means
Right.
to stand under.
I don't understand anybody. I don't stand
Yeah,
under anybody.
understand means
Yeah.
to stand under, to be
Yeah.
under. So yeah, there's hidden meanings in all words.
So people think, oh, what about the sunset over the ocean? I've seen it set over the ocean. You don't understand. The curvature at just 3 miles is 6 feet. So you shouldn't be able to see the surface of the water beyond 3 miles. If you're 6 feet tall and the water's perfectly calm, if there's waves, it's even closer. If you're sitting, it's less than a mile away. It's stupid, but we can see beyond it, right? But this line right here, remember, this could be mountains and clouds all merged into the horizon, or just the clouds. And you asked about the zooming in. So you got the terrestrial ground level, you have the atmospheric level. So anything that's in on the ground, like a building, a boat, a mountain, building, a boat, a mountain, yeah, is in here. So when you zoom in, you're increasing the angular size, and you can see it. But anything that goes beyond it, above it, it goes beyond. You can't zoom through opaqueness. So the same way you can bring a building or a boat back, I'll show you that in a second. You can't do that to a celestial object, something that's above the atmospheric layer of opacity, right? So here's a guy. Here's his horizontal eye zone. I drew a red line here, right? And so that's his horizon, right? So now we have a top-down look, and here is his horizon. That is X number of mile, feet, whatever it does. I don't care. It's X distance away, right? So we can only see a certain distance before the sky and the ground merge, flat Earth or globe Earth, right? So this is, let's just say, we'll just call this 10 miles, just for a number, okay? Doesn't matter. What about these? Are these 10 miles or are these longer? You don't see longer. You see the same distance in all directions. These lines are longer by just geometry. This is how you see. You see in a circle. So when you take a picture of the ocean, you're seeing a curved horizon, but it's a flat curve. This is the same distance as this, as this, as this. So it's a curve. Put your head in the middle of a hula hoop. You see the edge of that hula hoop. It's flat, but it's curved. Your programming says globe. Your programming says globe. These are things that you actually have to think about, right? And that you have to verify. I always tell people, don't believe anything I say. Hopefully, I spark your interest, and you're like, where can I find more? Because if you Google flat Earth, you're going to get garbage. It's like Googling, oh, is this thing good for me? Do I need to do this? What are you going to find?
Of course you do.
Yeah, of course, right? So on my website, flatearthdave.com, I have the app, which is $3. I highly recommend it. Go read the reviews, or don't get the app. But scroll down until you see a big picture of me and it says crash course. And right there, basically, it's just a list of videos, all there, all on YouTube for you, that YouTube is hiding from you. You'll never find them on your own. And I just say, watch the first 5 videos. Turn off Netflix for a couple days, watch the videos, and I guarantee you will reject the globe. Guaranteed, no matter what.
So let me ask you this. Are all these astronauts that are going into lower Earth orbit, Are they really going, or are they in a swimming pool? And are they in on the lie? Because to me, it seems like these astronauts are not in on it. They really believe. I mean, are they going up in rockets? I mean, I'd like an astronaut to reach out to me and come on my show.
So
What's going on
th-
here?
I,
I mean, I would like to know.
the answer I have is they're all lying except Don Pettit. He actually believes he went to space. I mean, look at Don Pettit is a guy who goes, we've lost it. We'd love to go to the moon in a nanosecond, but we've lost the
Oh,
technology, right? That guy,
right.
right?
They've lost the tapes too,
Yeah,
conveniently.
out of 4,000 applicants, they picked this guy. Okay,
Yeah,
right? It's like
yeah, yeah.
no, 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 right? And there's so much evidence that here's my thing. Nobody goes to space because space does not exist as we've been programmed to believe it exists, right? People believe, oh, Elon's going to take us to Mars, right? Why don't we just build domes in
Well,
Ethiopia?
let's talk about Elon for a second. What do you
Yeah.
think Elon's whole purpose in this is? Because he's shooting off rockets left and right like it's a fireworks stand. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy's just pow, pow, pow. What's your view on Elon Musk?
So here's the thing. I am doing really well on X at the FE podcast, right? Follow me on X. You can find all my stuff at flatearthdave.com. All my links are there. And he has given me a free speech platform. God bless Elon Musk for that. God bless him, right? I'm sure there is some censorship going on, but he is like the CEO of 5 companies, a tunneling company, fascinating tunneling company. Look into that. The Tesla, the everything. It's
Yeah,
all
there's no way one man can do all this.
It's impossible. On my
It's
website,
impossible. So he's the poster
flatearthdave.com.
boy.
Yeah. There's a video by Greg Reese, right? You know who Greg Reese is? Greg Reese, the Reese Report. He's amazing. He does these 5 minute videos. He's a 5 minute video on Elon Musk. I just encourage people watch that video and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. So, Elon is a interesting character. But I want to show you. Let's just show you one thing on Mars. I'm trying to show you stuff that I never showed you before. Here's a picture of the rover, and we're zooming in on it. And what do we see, Dave? Life on Mars.
Get out of here, bro. Where
Okay,
is that? Come on.
this is a NASA picture of the rover on Mars.
Who spotted that? How can you even spot that?
Because this is what we do. We take the time. You could look at this and go, "Oh, the rover. That's so cool. That's so cool." Right? There is a
Come on.
so the NASA apologists will say, "Oh, well, there's flies on Mars, or one was stuck in the rover." They'll make excuses all day. There's a living fly on there, right? But let's go one step further. Here's one. This is the rover somehow took a picture of the helicopter that can fly in 1% atmosphere where we can't fly in. We can't even get to the top of Everest where the atmosphere is, way more than 1%. Look at the shadow. Where's the shadow from this? Right? And if you think, well, that's weird, let's look at this. Whoops, hold on a second. Yeah. So where is that shadow? Where is that shadow? Okay. And how about this? The shadow I was looking at, there's no shadow from the post. Better than that. That's the sun on the horizon, curved horizon too. Interesting. And this is the one of the rovers, and it's got these big round solar panels here, and directly below it is the shadow, the round shadow. You mean to make it bigger?
Yeah, please.
Make it bigger. Okay, here we go. So the sun is over on the horizon. Here's the solar panels and the shadows directly below it. Can you explain that? I go back and forth all the time. I go back and forth all the time. Are they stupid or are they really just testing our
I
intelligence?
think they're just careless. They're so sloppy.
Yeah.
People don't question this, man. I mean, have you ever seen those like street walking interviews that some hosts do? They go and just add basic questions like how many states are in America and people can't answer it. I mean,
Yeah.
people are really dumbed down. I mean, it's what continent do we live on? People can't answer that. I mean, basic questions. Do you think they can figure this out? I mean, this is something that they don't, I think they're just getting sloppy. They don't care. They can put anything out there. People eat it up like cattle.
Yeah. So
Really, that's what it is. I mean, they could just, I think they're having fun with us. I
so
mean,
let me
I
ask,
would.
yeah.
Like, look at
So
this.
let me show you. So they show us pictures of Mars and everything. Now the Globers will go out there and they'll make like fake pictures of Mars and then feed them to us and hope that we run with them, going, "Look, these are fake." And yeah, they are fake. But like flat earthers don't spend time trying to deceive Globers. We're just looking for truth. So this is a picture of Mars from NASA, right? Interesting. Is it really a picture of Mars or is it maybe Arizona, right? Or
How would you
it,
know that's
is it,
Arizona?
or is it, I don't know, because of the blue sky? I don't know. Maybe it's New Jersey. Okay. Or is it the moon, right? Could be. Or is it New Jersey and it's a construction site? So what I did with this picture from NASA is I did all of those edits myself. It took
Right.
me 3 minutes, and I don't get $80 million a day of your taxpayer money. NASA gets 80, or I think it's $75 million every single day of our money.
To perpetuate the deception.
Yeah. And again, I think I did a better
Hey,
job.
let me ask you,
I did
why
a better job
is this part of Masonic Luciferian agenda? Is this the why perpetuate this lie to people?
because you have to understand that if you live on their first, if you live on their ball field, um, you can deny creation, right? Dave, I used to be science guy, evolution. I didn't believe in any creator. I just believed that we were randomly here, which is ridiculous. I'm embarrassed to even say that I used to believe that. But then when I discovered that the earth is what it is, or what that it's not a ball from a big bang that's made up by a Jesuit priest, I realize it's intelligently designed, and now I have no choice but to understand there's a creator. And that's kind of where I draw the line. Now, the Christians will come out, Dave, you need to tell them Yeshua. But no, I don't need to tell anybody anything. I need you to understand that you are at the center of creation, and I need you to find out what your role here is, what your relationship with the creator is. Nobody should tell you what to do. Now, if you want to set an example of how you have a relationship with the creator, please do. Awesome. Everyone should set an example of how the best way to be is. So if you're spinning out of control, flying through a infinite, godless or distant, deluded God universe, you are not as powerful as you are meant to be. You'll never live to your full potential. Dave, how do you dilute something? You get a glass of milk. If I poured it in a bathtub, still a little milky, right?
Out of water, yeah, I
If
guess
I
so.
poured it in a swimming pool, probably won't even notice it. Pour it in the ocean,
Yeah.
it's gone, right? Pour it into infinite expanding space. They've poured creation into anti-creation, infinite expanding space. And when you understand, I hate using that word, when you finally realize how your position in this world has been diluted, then you literally can unplug from the matrix, Dave. Dave, on my app, the Flat
But
Earth,
this forces people to go back to the Bible. I mean, it really does.
the Bible has so much truth in it. But I believe that all religions have become corrupted over time, and all sorts of there's all sorts of issues with a lot of organized religions. And I tell people, use whatever tools you want to figure out who you are, where you are, and your relationship with the creator. Right, Dave? This is my app, and this bypasses all YouTube algorithms. Dave, since we've last been on, you don't remember what this looked like. These are the people that have my app. Okay,
Wow.
we're
Wow.
over. We hit over 200,000. We're at 203,000 right now. UK, all over the world. And here's the thing: once you see it, you can never unsee it. It's truly amazing.
So it's spreading like crazy, man.
Yeah, and here's
This is so fascinating.
Dave. I used to all be about money and acquiring things. And by the way, don't get me wrong, I love things. I love comfortable life. I love to be able to go out to dinner. I love to be able to travel. Right. So don't get me wrong, but I don't do any of this. I don't do anything for money anymore. I do it because I like freeing people from the matrix. Right. The matrix is the globe. It's a prison for your mind. And when you unplug from it, David, it opens up reality for you. So my request to everybody listening, especially if you think I'm nuts, I offer 3 Bitcoins for 1 globe proof. But you got to go to my website, either get the app, and every day there's a featured video right here. Just watch that every day while you're having breakfast for 2 weeks, and then send me your globe proof. But before you do, hit the question mark button, and all of your questions are there, like why the lie, right? Or where does the sun go? All these videos are hidden, right? Seasons are amazing, right? Seasons actually prove the Earth is flat. So, or just go to the website, go to the crash course, watch 3 or 4 or 5 of those videos, and then tell me the Earth is flat. I mean, a globe. You know, you won't, because you'll know it's not. So again,
I know what I see, and I know that that was a fisheye lens, and I also know that you could pull up ships over the horizon. So
right.
that right there to me speaks volumes, and I know that I've seen many astronauts, get caught with the harness. I know that NASA shows us CGI, Photoshop pictures. So all I'm saying, folks, is that's why I like having David, Flat Earth Dave on, is because
I got a great
it
name.
forces you to expand your thinking, and maybe we do have it all wrong. Maybe we are living a lie. That's my whole objective in my life. But I'm a truther, right? And I wanna leave
Oh,
no stone unturned.
right.
No stone unturned.
The NPCs will
How
go,
do you explain?
oh, you're a
Go ahead.
truther. You want to know the truth, right? That's like, it's a bad thing. That,
Okay.
like, literally, they look at this. So here, I'm going to give you something. This is really easy. Follow me. It's going to take 2 minutes. Okay. In space, our light is the sun, and we live on a ball. That sun, no matter how the ball is tilted, spun, wobbled, doesn't matter. It's still a ball, and the sun can only light up half of it, right? Go in a dark room, get a spotlight on one side of the room, hold a basketball. No matter how you spin or twist the ball, exactly half the ball will be lit. Correct? Right? This is from the Weather
Yeah.
Channel. They're showing 70% of the Earth is in sunlight at the same time. 70.
Right. That makes no sense.
It makes no sense, but let's look at it on a flat Earth. Watch this. So, and again, the optics of the sky are no way to prove the shape of the shape of the Earth, but the optics of the sky are amazing. So here we just have, this is just a Mercator map, and it's showing us at this time when the sun is right here on August 13th. California is just getting into dusk. South America is all daytime. The only thing in full darkness is Australia and these islands over here. The rest of the world is in daylight. Okay. So here we have a flat Earth map, and we're going to put our sun right there on Africa. Right. So we got our sun right there. We're going to lift it up, and we're going to look at the pattern that it makes. Watch this. So we lift it up, and look, Australia and South America is in the light. Got the, right, California sunset, and just Australia in the dark with these islands right here. Interesting. Pretty matches. So now we have a globe tilted at the degrees at 66.6 degrees, which is the tilt of the globe, opposite of 36.4. And so we go over here and just look carefully. This will be easy. So over here, where are we going? Oh yeah. So we have, watch this. We're going to put Australia. Where are we going first with this? Hold on. So wait a minute. There we go. So here is South America right here. California just in the dusk. South America is in the light, just like we were showing you. And we go all the way over here, and look, all of Russia is in the dark. Australia is in the dark, right? That should be in the light. Let's watch again. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to take, wait a minute. I think I jumped forward. Where is it? Oh yeah. So here we have, there's Australia. I'm going to put Australia in the dark. Okay, there, boom. Australia's in the dark, just like we had it before. And when we go around to the other side, look, all of South America is in the dark. America is in the dark. So if we move it,
that makes a lot of sense right there, man.
if we move it back, let's say, okay, just like we had it, okay, California dusk, South America is lit, right? We go back, all of Europe and all of this area I'll spin it out. You'll see that should be in the light. All of that should be in the light. But when we look at it compared to what we can actually do on a flat Earth, it makes perfect sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Man.
So,
Wow,
Dave,
folks,
what?
there's a lot to look at here. There's a lot to unpack here,
And
man.
and let me tell you something, Dave. I want to bring this up. There's a big deception coming in December, right? Forget this deception that's coming in October. It's a surprise, right? Whatever that's going to be. But there is a pastor that came out of nowhere that started a thing called the final experiment. It's not an experiment and it's not final. And it's literally a false dichotomy going, hey, I'm going to bring some people to Antarctica. And if we see the sun circle around, the earth is a globe. And if the sun sets, the earth is flat. Cool.
They're doing this in December?
In December, and two of our top guys are going. Okay. But we don't know what they're going to try to pull off there. I don't know if they're going to try to fake the sun. I don't know if the optics of the sky. So we live on the flat earth, there's a domed sky. There's reflections. There's all sorts of stuff that goes on, which is not clean cut. If the sun sets, the earth is not a globe. If the sun circles around, which I don't think it does, but if it does, it doesn't change any of the measurements of the earth. It just says how well we understand the domed sky. We don't, the only thing it does is tells us.
No. Hold on. For me, this is what gets me every time. The
Yeah.
fact that balloon went up there with a fisheye lens,
Yeah.
and it was curvature from the get-go, went all the way up there, and then you could see it when there it is. That to me gets me right there. Forget all the noise.
Yeah.
Forget all the stuff. That tells me something right there.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I can't unsee what I'm looking at.
Dave, the heliocentric model, think about this. If I had
all the other stuff is noise, dude.
Dave, what happens right when you open up a can of soda? It instantly equalizes with the room. So if I had a jar that had no air in it, no, a jar with air in it, and I'm in a room that has no air, I open it, it instantly equalizes violently. It violently equalizes with the room, right? How can we have, and then helium and hydrogen defy gravity here on Earth, but for some reason, our sun is like 98% helium and hydrogen. How much helium and hydrogen do you need before it collapses upon itself instead of filling the available space? Right? It's so stupid that you can't figure it out. And it's not because you're stupid, it's because it's stupid.
Look, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
I know what I'm looking at right there. Okay, that's it. That's it. It doesn't make sense to me. And if it doesn't make sense to me, there's something wrong. Okay. And it doesn't make sense to me. And that's why I have you on, because I think you're bringing forth a lot of information that makes sense.
Dave, how about this? So when you're over here on this side of the earth at midnight, you're looking that way at the stars in December. Okay. This is the heliocentric model. So I'm looking at all the stars over here. 6 months later, I'm over here, 180 million miles.
On the other side of the sun.
On the other side of the sun, and midnight is over here, and I look this way, and I could see.
Well, you're still seeing those stars.
I'm still in many of the same stars.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It doesn't make sense to me either, Dave. Yes.
It makes no sense whatsoever. Now they'll say, "Oh,
that's just part." I'm just going to say it doesn't make any sense. It just does not.
Yeah,
you're right.
And there's so much. I encourage people, go to my website, flatearthdave.com. Dave and I can spend 3 hours here. I can show you proof after proof after proof after proof. There's a banner on my website that says Flat Earth Dave interviews. Go watch them, right? Dave, you had the courage to have me on early. You've had me on many times. LT from And We Know, Stu Peters, Peggy Hall, Gareth Ike, I was just on the other day. Roseanne Barr had me on. Seth, the Man in America guy. Jim Brewer, Greg Reese. Even Alex Stein knows the Earth is not a globe. Okay, so there's so many people waking up to this now. It's amazing, and you were one of the forefronts. Charlie Ward had me on.
Ward?
Yeah, Charlie Ward had me on, and I blew his mind with the flight routes. Right, I used to say, there's no flight from Santiago to Australia, and if there was, that means that the Earth can't be flat. I said that. But I was wrong because I didn't understand how fast planes can fly, how high they can fly, and that there's winds 350 miles an hour up at like 50,000 feet, where you got a plane that goes 650 with a 350-mile-an-hour tailwind. It's going 1,000 miles an hour. I didn't think that was possible, but it is possible, and it happens all the time. And that makes these flights available. So again, flat earthers will say things, and sometimes we were corrected over time. That's one that I was corrected over time. It doesn't
Yeah,
make
but I mean, if you get one little detail wrong, one little factoid wrong,
yeah,
they'll completely blow you out of the water and say everything you've ever worked on is false, it's fake, you're wrong. That's not true. You got
right.
to continue adjusting and readjusting, and we're trying to figure this all out together. So that's why I bring you on
Yeah,
because I'm trying to figure this out, and I think you have a lot more credible evidence to show that the Earth is flat than it is round.
right. Here is the space shuttle launching a satellite. Watch when they pan up. You'll see the wire from the crane that's pulling it up. Ready? And there it is. See it? You
Come
see
on,
what? Yeah,
man.
that's from NASA. Okay, and watch it again. There it is. All right. So let me show you one thing. I was in Mexico last week, and I had full internet service the whole way. Texting videos. I'm watching live stream. I'm listening to a live stream. It's like amazing, right? And I'm using Starlink satellite service. Every time I pick up the phone, if I put it down for a little bit, they're like, "Let your friends know that you're in touch with via satellite." Okay, pretty cool. Now think about this. I got airplane mode on. I got my Wi-Fi on. I'm connected to the plane's Wi-Fi. And so here I am in my plane. You got cell towers on the ground here, right? And as the plane flies, you would think that they just connect from tower to tower, just like when you're driving down the road, you're connecting from tower to tower, right? This is the message. Stay in touch while letting others know you're available via satellite. Use messaging via satellite. Cool. Okay. So here's a satellite, a little more to scale. I can't make it to scale because a plane flies about 5 miles over the earth. The satellite is 350 miles an hour over the earth. If it's directly above you, it's 350 miles. But if it's over there, it could be 700 miles away. Okay. Right. So they want me to believe that the plane transmits my signal to this tin can floating in space. And then the tin can sends it right down past the airplane to a cell tower. Why wouldn't I just connect directly to the cell tower? Why do I need to go to a
Yeah,
tin can in space?
I can't answer that.
There is no answer for that. It's stupid. You can't figure it
Yeah,
out because it's
it
stupid,
makes no
Dave.
sense. That's what I will say. It doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense whatsoever. It makes no sense
Yeah,
whatsoever. People are, what? I see satellites, right? But if you look at all the spacewalks, now look, where's the sun? The sun's behind the camera here because the earth is lit. Where are all the satellites reflecting the sunlight, right?
right,
Because at nighttime, I can see
right.
satellites. Somehow the sun's getting underneath them and reflecting back to my eyes. But here, where they're in perfect light, there's like millions of, not millions, thousands and thousands and thousands of satellites. No one has ever seen a satellite on film in space.
So if this is true, which I'm more on board with that now, I've always been 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and I will have anybody come on to state their case on my program, 100%. But then what? Then and if my I keep wondering. So what is the role of Elon Musk? Because then he's obviously perpetuating. Who cares if you have free speech on X? But if you're perpetuating this type of lie,
So
I just
I go back and forth all the time. Like, is he MK Ultra? Is he a good guy, a white hat, just playing the game, trying to break it?
I
I I don't believe anything anymore. I just have ideas and I have suspicions, but um, it's really hard to say. It's like who's Donald Trump? What's he doing? What's his role? I don't know.
I don't know any of this anymore. I
Yeah,
know. I mean, I know where I stand in politics. I know what I want to see happen. But yeah, the whole everything's a big question mark. Everything's a mystery to me.
yeah. It goes on
And
and
I'm
on.
not scared to say I don't know. I'm not scared to say that. And
Uh,
I think anyone who says they know, you're still trying to find out the truth. We're all still
Absolutely.
trying to find out the
And
truth.
flat
So
earthers, we have different ideas of how the what we're seeing in the sky, in the southern sky, of how the stars work. I kind of think that there's just northern stars, and then in the south, they're a reflection of the northern stars. That's a whole nother discussion. We can have that discussion all day, but one thing all flat earthers know for a fact is that we're not on a lumpy rock surrounded by smooth, curved water, surrounded by high pressure air adjacent to a void. You can't have high pressure without a container.
The point remains. The point remains, and I'll end it with this: is that this is all the objective is to take you away from God
Yes,
and to make you feel
100%.
like you're nothing, to take away your power. And that's what this is. If you can take away the creator, then you're a fractal of nothing. You're just nothing. You believe you're nothing. You believe all this is an accident. You believe we came from monkeys, and that's what they want.
Right.
And boom, you're doing a huge service to humanity. And I
Dave,
hope I'm doing my part.
why the lie in my app, the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app? Why the lie? Those videos are the best. On my channel, on my website, flatearthdave.com, all my socials are right there. My YouTube channel is DITRH. It stands for Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole. And there's a video on there. It's in the Why the Lie section. The app is just the easy way to find things. And it's called Laura Nina, Why Would They Lie? I think it's by Laura Nina. It is phenomenal. It's this English woman. She did a 10-minute rant on why you lie. Dave, it brings tears to my eyes every time I hear it because it's truth, right? Dave, when you hit something that's true, you know it's true, right? You feel it, and that
Resonate.
yeah, it resonates. When you break the programming, this resonates, right? Every day I wake up, I thank God for another amazing day. I know that my life is going to be filled with amazing things. I think, Dave, it would be kind of boring if everything was working perfectly here, right?
Yeah.
What would you be doing right now?
This is
What
all
would
a
you be
test.
doing? Yeah. I think the world is going to split into two worlds: the people that have freed their minds from the matrix, and the other people that want to live in the 15-minute cities with their robots and just do what they're told and use their money. I think they're going
to. And they look at us like we're crazy,
yeah,
and we're the ones that are imprisoned in
yeah,
this conspiracy tinfoil hat mind.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Please go to my website, flatearthdave.com, watch the crash course, check out the app, check out the stuff there. There's just take the time and look, and you'll be blown away. It'll change. What difference does it make? I said it. What difference does it make? I still have to go to work on Monday. I don't even know what today is, Dave. I think it's Saturday because I don't normally do shows on Saturdays, right? Because I work every day of my life now. I'm like you, Dave. Work all the time. It's the time. It doesn't matter. But why do you do it, Dave? Why do you do it?
Love it. It's a passion.
Love it. Passion, and to free other people from the heliocentric satanic matrix.
I agree with you. All right, Dave, I gotta make a hard stop here. I gotta get going. I love you, brother. Thank you so much for joining me.
All right, thanks everybody. See ya.